Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the principal's office. This is a time where we can share, grow, and learn together as leaders in this educational space and as aspiring leaders. I am Jamal Maxsam. I am your igniter. My mission is to ignite you as a champion leader so you can lead from a place of courage, hope, and joy, and really transform your environment. So today, I want you to remember before I get started to comment, like, and share this video with anyone that you know it will benefit from this content. And so today, let's jump into it. We are talking about the grace to go back to the building. Right now, there are a lot of concerns about re-entering the building. I just heard earlier today that the Chicago Public School District, the union voted for them to return to virtual learning. One of the major school districts in my area also has returned to virtual learning for about another week or so. And there are some districts in my area that have resumed face to face. So there are mixed responses. And there's a lot of talk from teachers and parents, students, and even other administrators about their concern of returning to the school building. They are concerned about the variant. They're concerned about all of these things that are going on. So how do we find and lead from a place of grace to get back to the building? Okay, and when we have to go back, what do we do to make people or help people feel safe and secure? All right, so let's define grace before we do that. Grace is defined as showing compassion and kindness to someone simply because of who they are. It's not based upon their behavior. So when we talk about going back to the building and having grace, it is about showing compassion to the teachers, showing compassion to the students simply for who they are and not for what they have done or what you expect them to do. Realize this, that as they come back, they might not meet all the expectations that you have simply because they might not just be into it yet. They might not be back into the rhythm from the break, and they might not just be mentally there or mentally ready. So you have to give them grace for that. Now, here's another thing about grace that I want you to see, that grace is also means to empower someone to do something that they can't do on their own. So they might not be able to mentally, they might not have the strength or the desire to come back to the building on their own. So you have to give grace. You have to do something to strengthen them, to encourage them, and to motivate them and let them know that it is okay to be back in the building to give instruction. Of course, you got to take precaution, but you can't allow precautions to make people basically cause them to be scared and in fear. Here's one of the things you got to recognize. Some teachers and students are not ready because they are scared. They're scared that they're going to get the virus. They're scared because some have been vaccinated already and still are catching it. And so there's a lot of fear that's going on. There's a lot of fear in the media. And so, and rightfully, I'm not going to say rightfully so, because fear never has a right. It's understandable that they have concerns. Now, but here's the thing I want you to recognize when you talk about helping them with this fear. It's this: fear does not prevent something from happening. And that's real. So people might be scared that they're going to get the virus if they come to school. Recognize that fear doesn't prevent something from happening. Being afraid of an event doesn't stop that event. Now, what stops something from happening is taking the necessary precautions, education about the thing that you're taking precautions in, planning, and preparation. So you can prevent something from happening by taking precautions, preparing, and using the proper preparations and putting those things in place to prevent something from happening. but being scared doesn't do it. That's why you have to lead fearlessly to help other people overcome the fear that they are facing. Now, the only way that you can lead fearlessly is one that you have to have dealt with your concerns yourself. You have to have taken precautions, put them in place. You have to educate yourself about what's going on right now with this variant, as well as be aware of the procedures that are in place that are given to you by district office. You have to plan and you have to prepare. In the event that it doesn't go according to plan, what will your response be? You need to have your response predetermined and ready. And so that would help you lead fearlessly, because as a leader, remember, you set the tone for how people will respond, and you set the tone for the culture and the atmosphere of the building. And so if you are scared, then other people are going to be scared. Now, here's one thing I want you to recognize too. Fear can often disguise itself as caution. So you have to be wise to discern or know the difference. You have to lead fearlessly, again, to help people overcome. Don't allow people saying, I'm just being cautious. We need to be safe. You need to listen to the emotion behind what they're saying, because sometimes fear is hidden in caution. You must be cautious, but you can't be fearful. Okay. And so you want to show kindness, give them a little grace, meaning understand that they might not do all the things you want them to do at the time you want them to do it, or the way they need to do it, simply because they're processing and dealing with stuff. And then at the same time, you have to lead fearlessly and encourage people to help face their fear of dealing with this virus by putting systems in place, by educating, by preparing, and by having a plan. When you do all those things, it'll help you lead like a champion, and it will help you give a certain amount of grace and comfort and safety and security for people to enter the building. And so that's all I have that I wanted to share with you today, because I know there are a lot of concerns, and I want you to make sure that you have a plan and procedure in place. Do what you need to do and safe, the students are safe, but also do what you need to do where people are confident. Safety is not just in the physical environment and making sure everything is sanitized. Safety is also in the confidence that you exude, in the fact that you are not going to be fearful. Make the decision today and say it to yourself. I am leading fearlessly and courageously. We will educate fearlessly and courageously, because we can't be in fear. Okay. And so I wanted to share one more thing with you. Now, coming up on January 22nd, now the time of this filming is January 5th. I am hosting an event for all of the educators who look to establish their own business, whether it be a side business for extra income or a business that they eventually want to transition to when they are finished educating. It is called the Dream Igniters Guided Strategy Session, and it's being hosted online through a Microsoft team meeting on January 22nd at 11 a.m. Now, the investment for that is only $25. It's only a $25 registration investment so that you can come and take part in that. So if you want to come because you have a dream for eventually starting your own business, or you want to monetize your skill set to generate some extra income, you want to register. Now, registration actually opens tomorrow. And so for today, you can click on this address at the bottom, jamalmaxsam.org/connect. Get on my mailing list, and I will personally email you the registration link. However, registration will begin tomorrow, and you at this website, jamalmaxsam.org/dreamigniters. You don't want to miss it. It is a guided session. It's just like when we teach, I do, we do, you do. This is the we do. We're going to do it together. Now, some people participated in the recent 3-day challenge that I hosted called Igniting Your Dream. And this is a continuation from that. However, you do not have to had participated in the challenge to be a part of this event. This is a standalone session. If you missed the challenge, there'll be opportunities for you to still get caught up and know what you need to do as we help you develop strategy to walk out your dream this year. All right, so that's it. I want you to be successful. I want you to lead like a champion, and I will see you next week here live in the principal's office. Now, for all of you that are on Clubhouse, join me in exactly 30 minutes for a discussion about this topic. I want to hear your thoughts and hear what you have in place to help teachers and students and families feel safe and secure as you're leading with grace so that they can return to the building when that time comes, whether it be next week or the week after. All right, so I will see you in 30 minutes on Clubhouse. Bye-bye.